Nobody likes a tattletale. Hey, I am Chuck the bureaucrat, and as you go through your career and rise through the bureaucracy, you are going to be faced with a particular dilemma, a conflict of loyalty between your old organization and your new boss. This is actually a very common situation, and leaders watch how you deal with it and they take note. Basically, this all comes about when you've been working for one layer of the bureaucracy and you get elevated to the next layer. You go from division to major command. You go from a COCOM to the joint staff. You go from battalion to brigade headquarters. Essentially, you move to a part of the organization that oversees your old organization. The dilemma is that you have unique and specific information about your old organization that your new leadership, well, they may not have, they may not know it even exists, or they may be really interested in finding out. The natural tendency of anybody in a new job is to try to do something to impress their new boss. And since the thing they know most about is their old organization, sometimes what they do is they rat out that organization in an attempt to win points with their new boss. Don't. For the sake of your career, don't. Don't take draft white papers or spreadsheets or PowerPoint facers. Remember when I talked about your John Wick box, that vital set of tools that you hang on to after you leave a job? I said you want to keep the publicly available stuff, not the internal things, and that applies here. I mean, obviously, if you narc on your previous command, you're going to upset them. But here's the thing. Doing so does not impress your new senior raider. They usually take that as a red flag that you can't be trusted with their sensitive material. Never mind the fact that in a lot of cases, your career path takes you back to previous organizations at more senior levels of leadership, so bad blood can accumulate. So what do you do? I mean, how do you leverage your knowledge and your experience without violating the trust you had with your old organization? Number one, focus on what is publicly available. Focus on the rules that govern your old organization and how it affects their behavior, not the sneaky ways they get around those rules. Focus on the data that they submit, not the backroom manipulations they do to get that data. Number two, be even-handed. If you find publicly available information about your command, but you can't find similar information about the other commands subordinate to your new organization, it's a pretty good indicator that you shouldn't be sharing it. And number three, beware of people who would take advantage of you in this situation. Users and manipulators are not interested in advancing your career. They will take advantage of you and then let you take the blame for anything that happens. And then one final thought. Look out for your cube mate. He may be in the exact same situation and not have anybody to tell him how to do the right thing. In fact, speaking of mentorship, I don't really like mentors. In fact, I got a whole different perspective on how you get insight and guidance. And if you're interested in that, watch this video.